bridges between hearts. It's late, and my head still aches from the argument I just had with my mom. I lie on my bed, biting my bottom lip hard. My eyes search the room for a hair tie until I notice one around my wrist. I don't remember putting it there. I pull my hair up into a messy high ponytail and tuck a couple of bobby pins in to hold stray strands. My old mirror is cracked and pushed onto the top shelf of my closet, but it'll have to do. I'm still chewing my lip as I tiptoe to my bedroom door. One bobby pin slips from my ponytail into my slender fingers. I unlock the door. I glance at the clock, 3 a.m., and breathe a shaky sigh of relief. Mom's whispers have stopped. She must have hung up her phone. I know she was talking about me. It was another long call, probably the longest yet. Everything about tonight feels eerily familiar, but I'm not as upset as I was the last time. My head pounds, but I don't feel as broken. I slip outside with practiced ease. The cold night air brushes against my face, it soothes me. I tilt my head toward the pinpricks of stars and exhale, feeling the thrill of all the possibilities ahead. The damp grass squishes beneath my socks. The bridge is about half a mile away. I know no one dangerous will be out tonight in our small town, so I walk. The first time I didn't know that, I was sick with worry. I can't wait to see her. I picture her gentle face, eyes that made me stop everything, words that wrapped me in a warmth I never thought I deserved. I feel my heart soften under her gaze, her touch. I catch myself smiling and try to quickly shuffle back into the upset expression I wore the first night. I want to relive it perfectly. I think about our first date, the one that changed everything. I promise myself I'll visit that memory soon. If I keep traveling to when she was alive with me, I can avoid facing the empty present. We went to a little town cafe, glowing with neon lights and cozy red booths. The scent of fresh coffee and baked goods filled the air, comforting and familiar. People glanced our way, some envious of the small ways she stood out, some maybe uncomfortable with us holding hands. But she barely noticed, her eyes skipped past them, focused only on me. I wished I could tell them, I was never theirs. I never fit in this town full of judgment. I was never the girl they expected. But she didn't care about any of them either. Except me. We used some savings to have a small ceremony by the sea. We were both 24, ready to start our lives together. We arranged a few simple chairs in a semicircle, just enough for close friends. But the calls we made to invite others went unanswered. Maybe they'd forgotten. Maybe they never intended to come. Maybe the tickets we bought went unused. It rained that day, pouring steadily. I stood, ready to cry, but then she laughed. Her laugh was the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard. It tore through the sadness and filled the space with lightness. And soon, I was laughing with her. Hand in hand, we danced in the rain, letting it soak our hair and clothes. It was perfect. I reached the bridge just as before. She won't be here immediately, so I stroll to the nearby ice cream shop that's open all night. I sit outside by the window, waiting for her. Panic bubbles up when she doesn't appear. I finish my ice cream and rush back to the bridge. She should be here. She should be here. Tears slip down my cheeks. She's supposed to be here, young and full of life, not gone and silent. The panic breaks, flooding me with sorrow. I hold on to hope I missed her somehow, but finally, I have to face the truth. I return home, the house we bought near the sea, in the present. It feels so empty without her. I walk through the hallways lined with photos from our years together. One picture of us at the cafe, now faded and worn, catches my eye. I take it down and hold it close. Tears come again as I make my way to our bedroom. I remember our first kiss, the wedding, our walks by the water, quiet mornings and endless talks, every memory a treasure. When I lie down, my eyes catch the note she left. Love, remember to live now. This moment is ours. I trace the edges of the note with trembling fingers, the familiar curves of her handwriting pulling a bittersweet smile from me. This moment is ours. How many times had she said those words, reminding me to hold on tight to the present, no matter how dark the past was or how uncertain the future might seem. I close my eyes, and the quiet hum of the night fills the room. Outside, the soft crash of waves against the shore beneath our window reminds me that life keeps moving, relentless, steady, unyielding. And so must I. Slowly, I sit up and slide the photo back onto the nightstand. It's a small gesture, but one laden with meaning, a way to keep her close without clutching too hard. The ache in my chest lingers, but beneath it stirs something fragile and fierce, a new kind of hope. Tomorrow, I'll visit the little cafe again. Not to lose myself in memories, but to find pieces of me I thought were gone forever. To remember that love doesn't end with loss, it changes form, becomes a quiet strength that carries me through. I glance toward the window where the first colors of dawn are just beginning to paint the horizon. Her laugh still echoes inside me, bright and clear. And in that sound, I find the courage I need to keep living, for both of us. I reach for my phone and open a blank message. I start to type, then pause. I'm ready to try again. No matter what comes next, I promise myself I'll say those words out loud someday soon. For now, I tuck the note into the pages of the journal she gave me on our anniversary and let sleep wash over me, the faint smile never leaving my lips. Tomorrow is waiting. And maybe, just maybe, so am I. Morning light filters softly through the curtains, painting the room with gentle hues of gold. I wake to the quiet stillness, the familiar loneliness pressing at the edges of my mind but a little less sharp than before. Rolling over, my hand brushes the journal on the nightstand, the one with her note tucked inside. I pull it closer and open to the page where I left off. For a moment, I just sit there, letting the silence fill the space between thoughts. Then I stand and walk to the window. The sea stretches endlessly, shimmering under the morning sun, constant and steady like the life I want to build. I get dressed and pull on my jacket, the one she always loved. There's a nervous flutter in my stomach, but also determination. Today isn't just about revisiting memories, it's about stepping forward. Outside, the town is waking up. I head toward the cafe, where I last felt the warmth of her hand in mine, where we shared shy smiles and whispered dreams. The bell above the door jingles softly as I step inside, and the scent of coffee and fresh pastry wraps around me like a familiar hug. The barista looks up, surprised but with a gentle smile. "Hey, it's been a while. Coffee the usual?" I nod, voice catching slightly. "Yeah. Thanks." I find a booth by the window and watch as the town moves around me, faces new and old, life moving on. Part of me wants to retreat back into memories, but I remind myself, this is the present. This is where I live now. I pull out the journal and begin to write, not about the past, but what comes next. About healing, about hope, about the small steps I'm ready to take. As I write, the door opens again. And this time, it's someone new, a woman with warm eyes and an easy smile that makes my heart beat a little faster. She sees the journal, notices the way my eyes light up as I write. "Mind if I sit?" she asks softly. I shake my head, suddenly feeling less alone. Maybe this is how it begins, the slow weaving of new stories, new connections, new love. Not to replace what I lost, but to honor it by continuing to live, to feel, to hope. I smile back at her. Not at all. And for the first time in a long time, I believe the future holds something beautiful. She slides into the seat across from me, and I offer a tentative smile, the kind that hasn't felt easy in a long time. Her name is Mia, and just like that, the conversation begins, light at first, about the weather turning warmer, the best pastries in town, the little quirks of this sleepy place. But beneath her calm curiosity, I feel a genuine warmth, a kindness that's unfamiliar but welcome. We talk about books we love, the music that moves us, and slowly, the walls I'd been building around myself start to soften. I catch the sparkle in her eyes when she laughs, and the way her hand brushes her hair back nervously. It's a quiet, steady kind of connection, but it feels like the gentle pull of something new awakening inside me. After a while, Mia glances at her watch, then back at me with a hopeful smile. Would you want to come with me to the park later? There's a little botanical garden I think you'd love. I hesitate for only a heartbeat. The last times I said yes to something like this, I was with someone I thought was forever. But this time, it feels different. It feels like maybe I'm ready to take a step forward, even if it's a small one. I'd like that, I say softly. Outside, the sun has fully risen now, bathing the cafe in warm light. For the first time in a long time, the day ahead feels full of possibility. As I gather my things, I realize that love isn't just a memory, and grief isn't a cage. They're part of the story, yes, but so is hope. And right now, hope is sitting across from me, smiling like the promise of something new. Together, we step out into the morning, ready to write the next chapter.